First up, we have Android vulnerability and exploitation with Spencer. I'm really looking forward to this. As Spencer says, Android is the most common operating system we got going right now. So without further ado, take it away, Andrew.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my talk. And today I'm going to talk about the topic about Android vulnerability exploitation. And before I start, I want to thank the VetSec to give me this awesome opportunity to speak on this conference. So let's get started. So first, who am I? And my name is Spencer and Yu-Che Liu. And currently, right now, I'm pursuing my master's degree in computer science. And I have also, I'm being the teaching assistant for the Amazon apprenticeship program to help the veteran transition from the military to Amazon. Also, I have the bachelor degree in computer science and information system back in Taiwan. And for the past 4 years, I am being the software engineer and also the Android developer. And my job is to help the company to build their official website and Android application, including the mobile application, including iOS and Android platform. And I am also a cybersecurity researcher, and my focus is on the mobile application security. If you are interested in the mobile application or the mobile application security or any kind of software related question, and welcome to connect me on LinkedIn. I'm looking forward to meet you guys. So this is today's agenda. So today I want to talk about the mobile application risks in general, and then I will move to the Android Debug Bridge. How can Android Debug Bridge be exploited? And there are 3 main elements here. So one is Android operating system, and Android Debug Bridge, and the root access. And also I will introduce the tool that I use to explore the Android Debug Bridge, and I will give you guys a demo. And last but not least, the Q&A section. And so let's get started. So the top 5, the mobile risks so far. As you can see, we have the improper platform usage and insecure data storage and insecure communication. Also the insecure authentication and insufficient cryptography. So let's talk about the first one, improper platform usage. So what does mean improper platform usage? So basically, we have the different feature for the for developer to use on the Android system or an iOS. So take the Android for example. So in Android, we have the intent filter, and also we have a different kind of permission control, like control the internet, control the any kind of like camera or SD card permission. And also we have the Android Debug Bridge tools for developer can use. So if we give the permission that we are not supposed to give, and that will lead to the people have the opportunity to explore this unused permission to kind of do something to explore that. So in here, I will give you the example here. So as you can see, when you going to, if you have the Android phone and you download the application from the Google Play Store. So I have a question here. How many people are really looking at this page, on the left-hand side, and you can see there's this application requires you to give the permission to those permission to the application. So how many of you really read those kind of stuff? And then to make sure that we only give the necessary permission to the application. And so basically, if you see this one, you can expand all those items, and you can see, okay, so if they ask the internet permission, but the application that we are download didn't use the internet, we don't require the internet, why this application need the internet permission? So that's the weird thing. So if you give the internet permission to this application, but this application do not need to use the internet connection, so that will give the other people have the opportunity to use this misconfiguration to explore your Android phone. So the second one is insecure data storage. So what does mean insecure data storage? So basically is the data that you store is not in the right place they should be go to. So I will give you the example here. So let's say you have the Android phone and you log into the mobile application. So in the login page, you type into your username and password and then hit login. And when we hit login, we're supposed to communicate with the backend server, like the authentication server, to make sure that this person is the right person that we should talk to. But what if the developer, when they develop the Android application, they send the username and password and store in the SQLite database, that which is the built-in database in the Android system, that will lead to the people have the access to your phone, can see your username and password directly. So that might lead to a dangerous vulnerability on your Android phone. And next, I will talk about 3 and 5 together because they are kind of related. So insecure communication and insecure cryptographic. So this one is a little bit different. So the major difference between the mobile application and the web application is we need to provide the offline mode in the mobile application. So how can our application recognize that this person is the right person that we should give them the access to the application in the offline mode? So let's go with this example. So when we go into the coffee shop, and every time we will use our phone, Android phone, to connect it to the free Wi-Fi. Everyone like the free Wi-Fi. And so when we click the login function to send the username and password through the free Wi-Fi, if the developer, they didn't have the super strong password encryption, and the people might get into the Wi-Fi signal and then catch your password and username through your Wi-Fi password. So I list these 2 packages under the presentation here. So as you can see, if the in your Android packages, you have these two packages installed in your Android application, that might lead you to the vulnerability that if you are access to the public Wi-Fi. So the last one is insecure authentication. So what does insecure authentication mean in the mobile application? So insecure authentication, I will give you the example here. So when we want to use our mobile application, we have the 2 different mode that we will face. So first one is the normal situation, we connected to the internet. the second one is another situation that we don't have the internet connection. Like when we go into the airport and we connected when we on the airplane and we need to connect it to the airplane Wi-Fi, but that's not like connected outside, so that we can use the service on the airplane. So in this situation, when we trying to log in, let's say I want to watch the Netflix on the airplane, and how can Netflix recognize me as a real user instead of like the hacker coming from other place trying to use my authentication to log in the Netflix account? So that will lead to the big topic for insecure authentication in the mobile application. So right now we already talked about this top 5 mobile risks in the mobile application. So right now we have the wondering what kind of tool can help or not help, can lead us to find these top 5 mobile risks on our application. So so today I want to introduce you how to explore and why we can explore the Android Debug Bridge. So before I started the Android Debug Bridge, I want to talk about my story. So there's a story here. So I was a software developer before. So when I was help the company to build their Android application, and one day my friend came to me and he said, "Hi Spencer, can you help me to see if this Android application is good or not, or is there any function that I need to improve?" And I say, "Yeah, sure. Just send me the APK file so that I can help you to look at it." But my friend told me, "Oh, I already sent you I already installed the Android application on your phone." I say, "What? You installed the Android application on my phone without my permission and without touch my phone?" And he said, "Yeah, I used the Android Debug Bridge to send the application to your phone and then directly install that." So I say, that's not sounds friendly. So I'm thinking, if someone trying to explore the Android Debug Bridge, what will that happen? So so why we have this kind of situation that someone can connect to our Android phone without notify the user. So how does this happen? So basically, when we buy the phone, if we buy the phone in some like unauthorized store, so we might lead to this vulnerability. So when we use the Android Debug Bridge, we will open the TCP port, TCP protocol port 5555 on our Android mobile phone, and I will send using the Android Debug Bridge to send the payload to the target device, and then I can get the root access. So once you get the root access, you can do everything on your target device. And so first, I want to give you guys the introduction about the Android device. So do you know how many devices that are active right now? I mean, active so far. So it's about the 3.6 billion. Oh, 10 billion is a lot. I mean, based on the statistic that I searched, the Google give us. So right now, so far, until April, is the 3.6 billion device that is happening right now, active right now. So why we have this so many devices active right now, because the Android devices are not only on the mobile phone, but also we have the smartwatch, and also we have the Android on in the car, so Android Auto, and also the majority is the TV. So we have the smart TV. All 90% of the smart TV are built on the Android system. So also we are going to we have the Android device that happening we use in the different industry, like the retail or financial service and the transportation and the manufacturing and the hospital. So in the hospital area, I want to mention that. So right now, a lot of hospitals, they use the Android device to monitor patient situation. So if today one patient has the emergency, the system will send a notification to the doctor. So doctor can know that what's going on with their patient, so they can turn on the camera remotely and to see the patient situation right away. So the security of the Android application become more and more important at this moment. So the second element here to explore the Android Debug Bridge, so is the main target. So what does Android Debug Bridge mean? So Android Debug Bridge is the command line tool that it used to communicate with the device, and it provide the access to the Unix shell. So basically, it can help you to help the manufacturer to configure everything on your Android phone. So the root access. So what does root access mean? So I got this question a lot. So what does root access mean? And root access is mean you get the privilege control over the Android subsystem. And what can we do for the people who have the root device? So they can do everything. They can see each file that's stored on your phone. So why we need root access? So if we got the root access, we have the ability to configure our own operating system. So we can customize our own bootloader, and we can customize everything on the Android. So so after I introduce these three elements, so Android Debug Bridge and the Android and the root access. So right now I want to give you introduce about the exploitation tool that I use to explore Android Debug Bridge. So I use the Android Studio and the Sheldon. So Sheldon is the search engine for search the internet connected device, and also the Kali Linux, Android Debug Bridge, and the Ghost framework, and the phone Spotlight. So I will give you the demo here. So let me know if you can hear the voice, hear the song. Hello everyone, this demo will give you the overall concept about how you can explore the Android Debug Bridge and to connect it to any Android device through the IP address. So let's get started. So before we started, I have a disclaimer here. So this demo is only used for informational and educational purpose only. So let's get started. So the first step that we need to do is to check, do we have the ADB tool installed in our system or not, because we were going to use the Android Debug Bridge. So first we can check the version. Okay, so right now we are sure that we have this tool. So let's switch to the Kali Linux. So I will use the Ghost framework here. So when we execute the Ghost framework, basically the Ghost framework will help us to send the payload to the target device. So when we execute the target, when we enter the Ghost framework, and we can use help command, and it will show you how you can use the Ghost framework. And then, so right now we can connect it to any Android device that is open to port 5555. So for this demo, I will try to connect it to my own device. So I will use my own IP address. So when we talking about the IP address that we can exploit, so there's another way you can find the other Android device is exposed to this vulnerability. So you can go to the show them. So when you go into website and you search for the Android Debug Bridge here, and you can see right now, after the Sheldon website scan all the IP address and the port is open to the 5555. So you can see, okay, so right now we have 5,715 devices have this vulnerability. So when you see the IP address here, you can use the Ghost framework to connect it to that IP, to this specific IP address. And if you want to know more about the IP address, you can click each one of the IP address. It can show you the more detail about this IP address and this device, and also the detailed information about device. So let's say for this device, if you don't know what this device means, so you can copy and paste and search online, and it will give you the information about what this device is. So that's the Sheldon website. So let's go back to our colleague. So right now I'm going to explore my own device. So I will connect it to my device. So when we connect it to the device, and I will send the payload to the our target device. So when you see the IP address turn into red, you can see right now we got the access to the target device. So you can execute the help command. So you can see this is the things that you can execute on this target device. So we can see all the activities that's running currently on the Android device. So also we can list all the application that user install in their mobile device. Also you can see the net stat. So you can see the network status, which website they are visiting right now, and also you can take the screenshot and then send it to yourself, and you can see what's going on with the device right now. But there's another interesting comment here. So show command. So the description is open device show. So basically, if you execute the show command, it will connect it to the command line interface on the target device. So right now I can execute the who am I. Okay, so you can see right now I'm inside the target device, and where are we? So we are in this directory. And so what does that mean? We can get the show the command line to our target device. So there's a lot of stuff we can do to target device. So For example, we can CD to the external storage. So let's say we can go to the SD card, and within SD card, we can see what kind of stuff we can looking for. So we can see which photo the user are taking. And also we can see all the application APK file that user download to their SD card. And if the user choose to install their application on the SD card, and we can also find the information here. So that's today's demo. Okay, so how do you feel after you watch the demo? So basically the process is not that hard, but it's kind of like when you understand what's going on, you can easily to get into the this vulnerability and explore this Android Debug Bridge tool. So that's the following question. So how can we prevent this attack from the other people? So we can always keep our Android Debug Bridge always closed. So how can you check if you are exposed to this vulnerability? So you can check on your phone. To prevent Android Debug Bridge, first you need to go to Setting and scroll down, go to System, and there's a Developer Options, and you will see there's a USB debugging, and just to make sure that the USB debugging is always in disable mode. So just make sure that your device is always in the this USB disable mode should be always disabled. USB debugging mode should be disabled, because if you open, that can lead you to this vulnerability. Other people can connect to your phone and to access your phone directly. So only when you trying to, like when you are a developer and you want to install the Android application on your Android phone, at that time you can open it, but after that you should remember to close it. So, and also don't fix your phone at the unauthorized store. So if you go into the local store to fix your phone, and at that time you might kind of exposed to this vulnerability, because they might ask you to open the USB debug bridge, because they can do a lot of inception on your phone. And also don't download the unknown application from the website, and don't open the APK file from other place. So always download the APK file from the Android Play Store. So so at the end, I want to give the credit to two people here. So the first one is Kim, and she helped me a lot on this research topic, and she also had the talk yesterday about the voice-based software exploitation. And if you are interested in her research topic, welcome to connect her on LinkedIn, and here's the QR code here. And also thanks to my mentor and John Thomason. So he's been an amazing mentor to give me the direction on this cybersecurity path. And he also is a good educator and pen tester. I also put the link in here. So if you want to connect them, welcome to do it. So thank you guys. And I think I'm run out of the time here. So if you want to know more about the Android vulnerability or the Android software developer, welcome to connect me through LinkedIn.